United 1874, cross Stella at 1000, the Bradley altimeter 3023. Cross Stella at 1000 for United 1874.
Hello everybody, welcome to Adirondack Regional. We're in the Cessna 182 Skylane. Some beautiful country here. This is a default
number 646 Papa Sierra, passing
airport, but has a few Orbix
8 miles from Breezy, Bravo
additions.
Romeo.
See people walking around and all that good stuff.
Last aircraft calling Boston Center, say call sign only.
Flying today
646 Papa Sierra.
from Adirondack, Sierra Lima Kilo.
United 790 Alpha, with you at flight level 350, descending to flight level 250.
Down to Albany and then into Bradley.
November 646 Papa Sierra, Boston Center, squawk 4736.
476, 646 Papa Sierra.
It's all part of the Pack the Pattern event.
United 790 Alpha, Boston Center, squawk 4702.
4702, United 790 Alpha.
Part of the Pack the Pattern event that the Boston Virtual Air Traffic set up for us on a Thursday here, VATSIM Thursday. It's kind of cool. Hope you're able to participate, and if you're not here, I hope you're flying somewhere and having fun on a Thursday evening. We're just plugging in the last of our VOR information. We are going to try to fly this Slant Alpha, so wish us luck. I have not done a Slant Alpha flight in the Skylane. I've done it in 2 other aircraft. Big shout out to Slant Alpha Adventures, Rob Sherman Jr., who has a wonderful channel and has helped me out a lot. And we're gonna just keep learning. I mean, it's fun.
United 790 Alpha, squawk 4702, please.
4702.
184 is our outbound course here for 100 miles. Altimeter 3016. I don't think I've set that yet. Whoops.
Number 646 Papa Sierra, radar contact 34 miles south of Kingston, 9,500, call maintain 17,000.
Alright, pretty close.
17,000, 646 Papa Sierra.
We've filed 7,000 feet.
United 790 Alpha, thanks for radar contact, 25 miles west of Albany. Descend at pilot's discretion, maintain flight level 240.
There is a little bit of terrain that we have to be careful of.
790 Alpha.
Excuse me. And so I think 7,000. It's been a while since I've flown around here. As I'm looking at the low altitude airways here, I'm seeing anything from 10,000 to 7,000 is good in this area. So we should be okay. If not, we'll adjust. But yeah, I think we're just about ready. Just a couple more things here and we will get our clearance.
United 790 Alpha at Ponce, cleared J Fund 2 arrival, expect 4 right.
Expect 4 right, United 790 Alpha.
United 790 Alpha, J Fund 2 arrival. Are you able to find the J Fund 2 arrival? United 790 Alpha, Boston Center.
Boston Center, United 790 Alpha. Can you repeat your last transmission?
Yes, sir. Are you able to fly the J Fund 2 arrival?
You said the J Fund 2 arrival? Yes, I can.
United 790 Alpha, descend via J Fund 2 arrival, runway 4 right, the Boston altimeter 3024.
Fly via J5 Alpha, runway 4 right.
Number 516 Delta Mike, Boston Center, clearance on request, standby.
Okay, have our clearance request in. It's a pretty simple flight plan today. We're just down almost straight south to Albany, then we
18 Sour Contact Bradley, approach 123.5.
turn southeast into Bradley.
123 number 5 for United 1874.
There's a little bit of weather between Adirondack Regional and Albany that we may encounter. A little bit of rain, snow kind of stuff going on there, so we'll see. The weather right here in Adirondack Regional is gorgeous.
Boston Center, Tier 9752, requesting
calm,
clearance from Hyannis to
43 degrees.
Tier 9752, Boston Center, clearance on request number 2.
Visibility is excellent.
Number 516 Delta Mike, cleared to the Bradley Airport via direct Albany direct. Maintain 7,000, squawk 4744.
Cleared to Bradley, direct Albany direct. We maintain 7,000, squawk 4744. 516 Delta Mike.
Skylane 6 Delta Mike, read that correct. Hold for release, is ready for departure.
We'll hold for release and contact you for departure. 516 Delta Mike. Alright, 4744. I try to take care of this stuff as much as I can ahead of time, but just had a few things I needed to do today. So if we are departing to the south, we really need to, and it's calm winds. We have runway 23, runway 5, runway 9er to choose from.
Number 6 Office Sierra radar contact lost.
Let's just take a look. We're kind of cheating here with the overhead view, I know. 27 will get us out to the west, and we have a long taxi around the horn. If we go over to
November 604 Romeo Charlie, Boston Center, squawk 4731.
if we go all the way over to runway, what is that runway?
Boston Center, Tier 9752, waiting for clearance to Nantucket.
Runway 23, I guess. It's not much of a
Tier
really give us
9752. Yes,
that much of an advantage, so I think what we're going to do,
just stand by just a one moment, please.
We're going to go ahead and just head to runway 27 here. We'll depart.
Sorry. Romeo Charlie, radar contact as stated.
Runway 9, sorry.
Deer Park at flight level 190.
Try not to wreck before we even get there.
Deer Park at flight level 190, Romeo Charlie.
Air 9752, cleared to the Nantucket Airport via radar vectors. Nantucket VOR direct. Maintain 2000. Expect amended altitude. Actually, no flips. Expect 7,000. 10 minutes after departure. Squawk. Am I?
Yes, we did run off the
Air
ramp right there.
4631.
We're going to go to runway 9er.
Alright, clear to Nantucket is file direct to Nantucket VOR, expecting 7,000, 10 after departure, squawking 4631, Air 9752.
Air 9752, Rebex is correct. Cable altimeter is 3030, special line 24, call for taxi.
As you can see, the sun is getting ready to set. We should have daylight for most of the way, I would think, and maybe some nice lighting on approach there into Bradley. Yeah, shout out to Orbix just for kind of just enhancing this little airport a little bit here. You know, again, it's still default.
But 790 Alpha, descend via JFund to arrival.
Got some nice,
4 right. Just verify descending
nice touches.
via
You know, the fence line is cool. The runway, the taxiways look a little bit more worn and weathered, and of course the activity on the ramp around the hangar areas is pretty cool as well. Okay.
United 790 Alpha, Boston Center.
Go ahead, Boston Center.
Will you just confirm for me that you are descending via the arrival, sir? Descending via the published altitudes on the arrival?
Yes, I'm descending. What altitude do you want me to descend to?
Run up,
Okay,
take
I want
care
you
of.
to descend via the ocean, or correction, the JFund arrival. I want you to look at the chart, and for each waypoint, follow the altitude that's published on the chart as instructed.
Right at Boston Center.
After departure, we're going to be taking a right-hand turn, heading 184, following the VOR. Flaps are set for approach and takeoff. Lights are on. I think we're ready to go. Boston Center, Skylane 516 Delta Mike, holding short, runway 9er at Adirondack, ready for departure.
Skylane 516 Delta Mike is released for departure. Clearance was now 50020, time now 0015. Report airborne on this frequency. Change to advisory. Frequency is approved.
Alright, we'll report airborne on this frequency. Sorry, we'll change to advisory. Report airborne on your frequency. 516 Delta Mike. Yeah, one question I had here, as I think I need to leave that in nav mode.
Boston Center, Air 9752, ready to be.
Okay, nobody inbound. We are going to run off the runway again here if we're not careful. Not going to head over to Unicom. We're just going to stick with it right here. Have enough trouble with this bird as it is. Alright, we're rolling.
9752. The altimeter is 30271240 at 6. Runway 24. Taxi via. Where are you there? Runway 24 taxi via Alpha Charlie. Cross runway 33.
And we're
runway 24 via Alpha Charlie, crossing runway 33, Air 9752.
Boston Center, Skylane 516 Delta Mike, climbing through 2,100.
Charlie Pilot 6 Mike, verify transponders in mode Charlie and then squawk head in.
Alright, mode Charlie and squawk ident 516 Delta Mike. Had it on here. Didn't have it on my V-Pilot. Gotta have both.
Shamrock 128, descend and maintain 1110,000, Bradley altimeter 3027.
Alright, well, we should be cleared direct. We were cleared direct, so we're going to go ahead and go heading mode here. .184 is the outbound radio. We're going to go just a little past that just to try to pick that up. As you can see, again, some pretty good size hills. Really pretty country up here. Is this Vermont? Adirondack? Virginia? No, Vermont. Boy, my geography is terrible. New York, upstate New York. Never been there in real life. Love
Please out the mic, radar contact.
Love to visit someday. Looks like he's got us. Hopefully we're heading in the right direction. We're going to see if we can get this needle to center up.
6 Delta Mike, altimeter 3019.
3019er for 516 Delta Mike. That changed? Oh yeah, it did change. Wow. Okay. Just before we took off, that changed.
Shamrock 128, quick back for descent here. Turn right, heading 270.
Right, 270, Shamrock 128.
To climb out at about 90. feet per minute, roughly. Again, the weather here just almost perfect. So a really nice departure. Fun plane to fly, A to A, obviously. Cessna 182 Skylane. It's surprisingly challenging for really it being a simple, I mean, almost trainer type aircraft, but it's very, very, I mean, just has a lot of nuances to it that you have to manage. And every time I fly it, I just feel like I get that much better as a sim pilot. Helps in all the other aircraft I fly. You have a plane like that probably yourself? I'm guessing you do. It's probably the one that's the least forgiving, hardest to land, hard to taxi, the whole works.
Boston Center, Tier 9752, holding short of 24.
Not getting that needle to come around very quick, are we? We're going to just bump it a hair more
9752, fly runway heading, runway 24, wind 240
to the west. We really are supposed to be heading
240 clear for takeoff, runway 24, Tier 9752.
But,
Shamrock 120, turn right, heading 1, correction, Shamrock 120, turn left, heading 190.
190, Shamrock 128.
let's take a look outside. ENV shade and ENV, what do I have? The text and ENV shade, you can see there, providing a little extra, you know, haze layer, you know, just a little something. It's a little bit like active sky cloud art, I think. I haven't ever had that installed, but just gives it that little extra.
Shamrock 128, kind pilot, approach 123.95.
Yeah, like that right there.
123.95, Shamrock 128.
That's pretty awesome.
November 604, Romeo Charlie, cross Madison at 1000, the Bradley altimeter 3025.
Alright, everything looking pretty good so far. Needle's starting to come in, which is good. And we'll turn and follow that guy where she needs to go.
Yeah, 790 Alpha, expect on LS, runway 4 right approach, still maintain 3000.
Expect ILS approach runway 4 right, descend maintain 3000. United 790 Alpha.
Outside air temp. Yeah, the one thing I don't know where it's at on this particular bird is my timer. That's got to be it.
9752, say altitude, leaving.
Leaving 1200, 1200.
9752, thanks for the contact, call maintain 7000, turn left direct Nantucket.
Climbing to 7000, turning left direct to Nantucket, Tier 9752, thank you.
That might be our timer right there. Yeah, looks like it is. Okay, 1000 to go. No. Over. Why didn't we stop at 7,000? Okay, we're going to have to make some corrections here. Got a little bit carried away looking at the timer. 100 miles, 120 miles an hour, or 120 knots, roughly. You do the math. Okay, VOR needle is where she needs to be. Let's follow that guy south. I think I said southeast. Honestly, it's 184, so outbound, just slightly southeast. We will flip it over about halfway to the inbound into Albany. We have that already programmed in here, 115.3. And again, I have overshot my altitude. I don't know what's going on here with my altitude setting.
Learjet 604 Romeo Charlie, contact Bradley approach 123.905, good night.
5395, good night, Romeo Charlie.
Whoa, that's nice. The lighting on the plane, on the hills, that is nice. Great area to fly. Challenging though. I mean, the approaches around here into Adirondack or Burlington, you have to be on your game because of the terrain. No doubt about it. Alright, third time's the charm.
752, expect visual approach runway 24. Descend at pilot's discretion. Or actually, at pilot's discretion, maintain 2000.
Descending to 2000 at pilot's discretion, expecting runway 2 for the visual, 9752.
Alright, 7,000. The other thing that's nice in my other aircraft that I haven't found where to get this information is the DME. How far do we have to go?
United 790 Alpha, descend and maintain 2000.
So we'll have to, again, just kind of play it halfway.
Descend and maintain 2000, United 790 Alpha.
We've slid now a little bit to the left of our heading. Keeping a little bit of an eye on the weather. Again, Sky Vector showed potential for some moisture. Let's lean it out a little bit here. Should be pretty good. Maintaining that 120 knots.
United 790 Alpha, turn right, heading 310, vector to final.
A little bit of wind.
Right center
Off
310.
our
United
right side.
790 Alpha.
I'm just gonna kind of settle in here and let you enjoy the air traffic. Boston area has some of the best in VATSIM, and so enjoy that, enjoy the sights and sounds here, and we'll check in with you a little bit later on. Thanks for joining us.
Okay, 9752, advise me on Nantucket Airport in sight, 12 o'clock, 9 miles.
I do have the airport in sight, carrier number 52.
Carrier 9752, clear visual approach, runway 24.
Clear for visual approach, runway 24, carrier 9752.
And what do you know, our friend from Slant Alpha Adventures joining us. Yeah, what's a couple 100 feet between friends, he asks. And if honestly, if that's the worst mistake I make, I'll be happy today. Hope you're doing well, Rob. Hope you're flying someplace fun, or watching playoff hockey, or hanging out with the family. Hope your Thursday's going great.
United 790 Alpha, turn right, heading 010, join the localizer.
Right then, heading 010.
Yes, and then inside the localizer.
Approaching the virtual localizer. United 790 Alpha.
United 790 Alpha, 5 miles from Mill, clear ILS, runway 4 right approach.
Can you repeat the last transmission, Boston?
Cleared ILS, runway 4 right approach.
Where runway 4 right, ILS approach. United 790 Alpha. Boston Center, good evening, November 495 for the 1 Mike. I'm at Boston, looking for ARTCC back, are you with backup?
November 495, Lima Mike, Boston Center, good evening, clearance on request, standby. Here 97, can you confirm you still have the field in sight?
I still have the field in sight. I had to turn around a little bit, get lose some altitude, but I'm ready to land if I get clearance.
Here 9752, London Nantucket 250 runway 24, clear line.
Clear to land, runway 24, Care 9752. Thank you.
And United 790 Alpha, runway 4 right, to the wind 130 at 6, clear line.
Runway 4 right, United 790 Alpha.
Runway 4 right, cleared to land.
Clear to land, runway 4 right.
November 495, Lima Mike is cleared to the Bradley Airport via the Logan 2 departure. Radar vectors, Bostock, as filed. Maintain 3000. Departure this frequency, squawk 4761.
One 4761, November 495, Mike.
Number 5 on Mike, read that correct. Central line 4 left.
Guess what I just found? DME. I thought they had one. I had to actually jump back into the A2A manual and refresh my memory. So we're about 33 miles away from Adirondack. So again, it's a 100-mile leg. If you remember back from when we were looking at Sky Vector. So, you know, 100-mile leg down here. Sorry for the scroll out in a re-render. So here in about 16, 17 miles, we'll flip over to the inbound 115.3, and hopefully we'll be able to navigate our way into Albany and then down into Bradley. Much shorter leg there. Okay. Learn something every day. The weather kind of hanging tough. Pretty thick layer of clouds above us, but kind of a little window here between us and the terrain, which is always good.
Boston Center, Skylane 3962 Delta, Boston, VR to Bradley.
November 3962 Delta, Boston Center, good evening, standby. November 3962 Delta, right out of Boston class Bravo, maintain VFR at 3000. Departure of this frequency, squawk 4767.
What was the altitude for 60 Delta?
Squawk 4767.
The altitude for 60 Delta.
60 Delta, sorry about that. Maintain 3000. VFR at 3000.
VFR at 3000. Good enough, Bravo, maintain VFR at 3000, departure review, squawk 4767, 60 Delta.
60 readback correct, runway 4 left at Charlie, advise ready to taxi.
I'll call you when we're ready, 60 Delta.
November 519, ready to taxi about.
November 6, correction, November 50, Mike, runway 4 left at Charlie, taxi via Bravo, Charlie.
November Charlie, taxi to Bravo, Charlie, this is November 50, Mike.
Carrier 9752, Arlen, Nantucket, taxi, parking to your discretion, have a good day.
Thank you very much, taxi to terminal, Carrier 9752, thanks for your help. Center Skylane 60 Delta is ready for departure.
And 60 Delta, just confirm, ready, UGC ready for taxi at this time?
Ready for taxi, 60 Delta.
Skylane 60 Delta, thanks, runway 6, correction, runway 24. Nope, neither of those are correct. Number 60 Delta, runway 4 left at Charlie, taxi via Bravo, Charlie.
4 left at Charlie via Bravo, Charlie, 60 Delta.
Number 4950 Mike, turn left. Heading 340. Runway 4 left at Charlie. Cleared for takeoff.
I'm heading 340 for left on Charlie. Cleared for takeoff. Number 4950 Mike.
Now closing in on that midway point, just about to 50 DME. Figured about 25 minutes, although I did get a late start starting my stopwatch there, so might not quite get to 25. But so far so good. We're still on the outbound. We're still fairly well on the radial. Somewhere Slant Alpha has a little tear in his eye. His lessons have maybe started to stick.
We don't make climate to one pass.
We'll flip over real fast to
Number 5, Lima Mike, thanks for the contact. Calm maintain 8000.
fantastic here. I want you to see what's going on. So this is the Bradley area, the Boston airspace.
After departure, turn
Here's
left,
us.
heading 340.
Not a ton of traffic right now, despite Bradley being staffed from basically clearance delivery on up. So, you ever wanted to come explore the Boston airspace, fly from Bradley to Adirondack. Do the opposite of what I'm doing.
Citation 6656 with you, flight
Promise you, you won't
190.
regret it. Head out to Nantucket. That's another fantastic place to go. If you're brave enough, take your King Air into Boston.
Maintain 190.
See if you can get lost on the taxiways. Or head up north, Bar Harbor. Some great airspace is up north here. Great airports up north.
13.
A lot of variety in this airspace, so
Austin Center.
take advantage of it. All right, 50. We're past halfway. We're going to go ahead and transfer our frequency over. Yep, we're now on the inbound. And not surprisingly, we're just a hair to the right, so let's make a small adjustment. We're not too far off, but we'll turn it just a little bit.
Roger, squawk 4772.
See if we can't get her centered up a little better.
Number 5, Lima Mike, clear act, full stocks.
Now, this should count down, yes indeed, so 47, and about 20. Can I restart this? How do I do that? Yeah. Let's just see how close we get with the timer and the DME. Man, I'm happy I found that. Still just learning about VOR navigation.
1,400 and 3,000.
550 Delta, radar contact.
It's been a lot of fun.
Number 516 Delta Mike, lens follow altimeter 3026.
3026, 516 Delta Mike. Alright. Now that should...
And Skylane 62 Delta traffic at 12 o'clock, less than 3 miles, Kodiak 5,000.
That's arms, so that should start correcting itself. Something is not...
Actually, you're on maintain. 60 Delta, maintain visual separation with that traffic. VFR calling to the Bravo approved. Proceed on course to Bradley.
Maybe that's what I've done wrong. I haven't flown this plane for a little while, so it's like, yeah, what,
November 6656.
No, that's not
Listen
it
across
either.
Madison at 1000. They brought the altimeter 3025.
Alright, yeah, we'll just manually adjust it here. No big deal.
Descend med, at 1000, and I got the altimeter, and I do have hotel.
Always good to just stay current in all your different aircraft. I bounce back and forth between this one. I have a Beechcraft Duke 60 twin turbine. That's a lot of fun. Probably my most fun GA aircraft. I also have a King Air 200 Super from Flight 1. The Duke was from Real Air. They've since went out of business, unfortunately, but one of the guys actually works for Vertex Sim. They made that Diamond DA 62. Is that the right number? Anyway, you guys have seen it. Cool looking aircraft, diesel aircraft of all things. So that's kind of my propeller driven stuff, and then I do have a PMD G737, and I just like to just start from the bottom and work my way up. Oh, just about forgot about the DC3 that I added. Manfred Jan's freeware DC3 for P3D. I'm a P3D guy, but interested, X-Plane 11 curious, I guess you would say. Just need a little bit. Need a little bit newer PC. I'm worried about having both of them on this PC.
So left aircraft checking on second.
That was American 585, level 190, direct airport.
American 5, Boston Center, good evening.
But I would like to learn both, and I'd like to fly both, because I think both have some different things that appeal to me. And you know, I like the GA stuff, so that's obviously kind of where X-Plane has hung its hat, although they are expanding into, you know, many different types of jet aircrafts. The scenery aspect of X-Plane is interesting, because I understand there's a nice developer's tool that maybe even an average Joe that's not a coder like myself could use. I've got very much interested in the backcountry flying and those little grass airstrips or those little mountain gravel strips like you see in Idaho or California. I'm kind of curious about trying to make some of those myself. I think it'd be fun. But I do also like P3D. I mean, I think they are rock solid. I've
November 6656, contact Raleigh approach 123.95.
made the transition from FSX, and pretty much all my stuff has
Contact approach at 123.95 for 656. Thank you.
pretty much all my stuff's been compatible, which has been really, really nice.
Boston Center, Delta 121. Flight 280 to cross news at flight level 70.
Delta 121, Boston Center, good evening. Cross fax at flight level 230.
Set flight level 230, Delta 121.
Alright, you can see our
American
VOR.
5, cross Madison at 1000, the Bradley altimeter 3025.
Starting
Madison,
center up
3025.
36 miles from Albany. Hop back over here. Sky Vector. So we will be heading to Bradley International 113.0.
Boston Center, using UPS 1121 at the at Albany, requesting IFR to Bradley as well. Boston Center, UPS 1121 at radio check. All aircraft, stand by. Alright, and alright, last aircraft calling, I think it was the UPS, just give me just a second here. Gotta take care of American 1332, American 1332, sir. Looks like I signed in as AA 1332, and for that reason I was not able to radar identify you. So I'm gonna have a new squawk card for you, stand by. Alpha 1332, squawk 4610.
Radio 4610.
Alright, and November 3962 Delta, did you want flight following?
No flight following tonight, thanks. Thanks to Delta.
November 60 Delta, radar service terminated, squawk VFR, frequency change approved, good night.
Good night, thanks.
November 50 Mike, contact Bradley, approach on 1323.95, good night.
12395, number 5 that Mike, take care, buddy.
We have a 5-1 Mike and a 5-1 Delta Mike. 516 Delta Mike, I guess that's not too hard to keep track of. Yeah, can't say enough about this part of the country. Really nice. If you've never done a pack the pattern, it's, I wouldn't say necessarily meant for GA. Sometimes it is. I mean, they'll flat out say sometimes, come on with your, your favorite GA aircraft or whatever, but it just lends itself to kind of flying those low and slow planes, break those guys, dust those guys off. I mean, hey, we all enjoy the, you know, across the pond, the 777s, you know, 6, 8, 10, 12-hour flights in those big birds up at high altitudes. But sometimes it's just nice to, you know, topped off at 7,000. I say that. And we've been descending. Holy cow.
What's your position? I see they're at
tonight's lesson is how to pay attention to your altitude. Wow. Okay, anyway. My point being, this is a great event to fly a GA aircraft. Work on your VFR, work on your slant alpha, work on holding an altitude. I'm even starting to lose my VOR course a little bit here. Alright, gotta quit looking at the scenery and start paying attention to flying. Well, I was almost 1,000 feet below where I was supposed to go, and that's a problem around here. Normally you have quite a bit of traffic, and if you stray even 500 feet from where you're supposed to be, that can really cause problems. I'm lucky I didn't get talked to. I'm surprised I didn't get talked to by the air traffic. He probably looked at me, looked at my aircraft, saw who was flying, and figured, yeah, that just comes with the territory. Par for the course since it's Masters weekend. Par for the
1121
course.
clear to Bradley Airport via radar vectors Canyon, then is filed. Oh, sorry, via the Albany 7 departure, radar vectors Canyon, then is filed. Maintain 4,000. Expect 1000. Actually, you can expect 9 or 1,000. 5 minutes after departure. Departure of this frequency is squawk 4720. UPS 1121 Heavy clear to Bradley via the Albany 7 radar vectors Canyon. 4,000, 9,000, 5 hour, and 4720 in the box, UPS 1121 Heavy. UPS 1121, read that correct. Runway 19er for departure, call for taxi. Call for taxi, runway 19er, UPS 1121.
Traffic's starting to pick up a little bit here. Boston or Bradley with 19 arrivals, 4 departures. I don't think we're going to go anywhere once we get to Bradley. We're going to just kind of call it a night. It's been a long day, but it was really nice to be able to fly a little bit here. Alright, let's see if we can get our plane to level out at 7,000. Arm the altitude. Thinking that's what I did wrong. No, that's not what I've done wrong. Alright. We will have to go back and take a look at our manual and see what we've done wrong there. I know there's a way to set the altitude and it will level off automatically and hold the altitude. Just haven't figured out. I don't remember how to do it right this second. Alright, must have some wind coming off our side here. Let's take a look. 218 at 1, no.
21, descend via Roebuck 3 arrival, runway 4 right, Boston altimeter 3024.
It's off our right side a little bit, but not terrible. We're also getting a little closer to the VOR here, 16 miles, so that's going to start to move a little more radically. But yeah, it shouldn't be that far off. We'll be pretty close. It's as far off as we've been all day, so I think we can live with that. We can adjust off of that. We should actually start to see in the distance here the airport. That might be it right off our nose. Maybe it's a little too close. Yeah, maybe not 15 miles. So, you know, if we're near the airport, you know we're near the VOR for the most part. Could make our turn again, heading on a 147 course.
Senate, good afternoon. Speedbird 17 Whiskey with you. Brigade Echo 7.
We have the frequency already programmed in here. It will change at the halfway point. It looks like
Here,
40.
That's a flight plan.
About a 40-mile leg, I think.
Just got a bunch of question marks in it, sir. Can you just double check what you filed, and if you got some weird characters or symbols in there, just refile your flight plan without all that. It's going to be a big pain trying to deal with that.
No problem. We'll have a look. Speedbird 17 Whiskey.
Hold center low, Jazz 24 for level 3, correction 230.
Jazz 24 Boston Center, squawk 4713.
4713, Jazz 24.
Boston Center, UPS 1121, short up Quebec, ready for departure runway 19. UPS 1121, roger. UPS 1121, heavy, fly runway heading. Runway 19er, cleared for takeoff, and the wind is 21003.
Road heading for takeoff, 19, UPS 1121 heavy.
Passenger Delta 87 with you, flight level 350.
Delta 8070 Boston Center, squawk 4672.
We've got 4672 for Delta 8070.
I've not been able to catch up to that VOR. Keep nudging it just a little bit. We don't go crazy here because we're within 10 miles now, 8.7. That must have been the airfield we were seeing off our nose just a little bit ago. Lights flickering in the distance.
American 2116 Boston Center.
I understand P3D version 4.5 really addresses the night lighting issue. It's become so dark that...
Jazz 24 is radar contact 16 miles northwest of Rockdale. Maintain flight level 230.
It's too dark.
Maintain flight level 230, Jazz 24.
Even to the point that some airports were hard to taxi because you had a hard time seeing, you know, your own taxi lights on the runway. So apparently that's supposed to be fixed.
That's gonna descending on the arrival to Boston, and they're gonna descend below you. I'm gonna cut you across them, and once they're clear, I'll give you a turn back towards the airport. Next jet to travel, Roger, sounds like rain.
Alright, we're going to be chasing an Airbus.
Boston Center, EPS 1121, passing 1.2 for 4. Probably. UPS 1121, radar contact, climb and maintain at 900,000. Alright, okay, 900,000, EPS 1121.
They're making the 40-mile trip at 900,000 in the Airbus 306. Should be a quick flight. Oh, everybody's talking.
It was blocked.
There we go, we're coming back in. Just about there, 3 miles.
Crossing at 2338, 250, the speed of 190.
Should see the
2338 Boston
inbound triangle flip to outbound here in just a second.
American 2116, yep. American 2116, flight level 90. American 2116, descend across Madison 1000, the Bradley altimeter 3027. Descend across Madison,
3027.
UPS 1121, clear at Canaan. Direct Cannon, UPS 1121, Boston Center, Cessna 5240, hotel with you, 5,500. Number 524, Sierra Hotel, Boston Center, Roger, break, Delta 121, traffic, 10 o'clock, 11, same direction, but he's going to be, he's heading due east to maintaining 13,000. You should descend below him on the J-Fund or on the Roebuck arrival. Just let me know if you have that traffic in sight. Okay, Delta 121, IMC. Delta 121, Roger.
Well, yeah, if you're up a little higher, you're going to be IMC in a hurry. Okay, we are where we need to be.
Or 17 West,
We're We're going to change our heading here.
17 Whiskey, thanks for that. Looks a lot better now.
147.
And, stand by for a PDC.
Yeah, 2338, 11 at Madison.
Ooh, a little bit of a freeze
Yeah,
there.
2338. Yeah, I'm just trying to build a space between you and the aircraft in front of you there. It's not going to work at that, with that spacing, and you're going a lot slower than him, so I'm not sure why I'm not getting that spacing. I'm not sure if there's some simulation issue going on here. But for now, maintain.
That's pretty close.
Maintain follow 190.
Roger, yeah, we see that. 190.
Alright, so
American 2116, American 2116, turn right 30 degrees, and this is going to maintain 1000 seconds just now.
Return 300 and 1000, American 2116.
redoing my math, it's about a 70 mile
121, we can get the right fella.
shot here
Unit
from
121, just proceed on course, please.
Albany down to Bradley, so 70 miles. Let's reset our...
Unit 121, just verify your altimeter set to local, sir. Looks like your altitude is 9,500.
About 35, we'll switch to the inbound.
You said you look altimeter for 1121?
Okay.
1121, the Albany altimeter 3029. God. And UPS 1129, yeah, sorry about that. I see what I did now. It's kind of a sharp turn there. I do apologize. Take that jet 312, fly. That's actually exit 312, correct, Nantucket Airport.
Nantucket, exit 312.
Delta 121, expect that last runway 4 right approach, check code sheet, join the localizer.
Runway 4 right approach for Delta 121.
United 2338, descend and maintain 1000. Descend across Madison at 1000. The Bradley altimeter 3027, you guys want speed?
Leave Madison 1000, yeah, 2338.
Boston Center 524 Sierra Hotel. I was wondering if we could get the practice approach RNAV for only 2 to Robertson this evening.
Number 5240 Hotel, what's the identifier for the airport you're looking for?
4 Bravo 8.
Number 5240 Hotel, you have to make that approach make that request with Bradley approach. I'll have you over to them shortly.
Roger.
Jazz 24 cross Stella 1000, Bradley altimeter 3027.
Stella 11,000, 3027, Jazz 24.
To 8070, descend at pilot's discretion, maintain flight level 240.
Hi, pilot's discretion, flight level 240, Delta.
Delta 121, descend and maintain 4000.
4000, Delta 121.
American 2116, when able, clear direct Madison.
Direct Madison, and do a left or right turn, American 2116.
Keep the left turn going, make it a 360 and then direct Madison.
Okay, well, keep the train going, then direct Madison, American 2116.
Clear leaving Westjet 580, 225 for 19,000, Deer Park.
Westjet 580, Boston Center, good evening.
Boston Center, hello, this T5 on the ground at Burlington to pick up the IFR.
American 2116, it's not going to work. It's not going to work with the space in there. Just maintain American 2116. Fly heading 240. All right, just fly heading 240 for now, and then I'll bring you back around here in just a second.
All right, heading 240, American 2116.
All right, who's calling for clearance?
Disco 25 at Burlington.
Disco 25 Austin Center, on request, standby.
Well, here we are. Here's where we're going. You can see there's a little bit of a buzz of activity. There's also guys coming to some different spots. This guy's coming from Toronto.
Disco 25, Disco 25 squad cleared to the Bradley Airport as filed. Maintain 10,000. Departure this frequency, squawk 4706.
Yeah, so guys coming in from all over the place. That's cool.
Bradley Airport as filed, maintain 10,000, departure for
Not too many coming in from the north.
4706.
Northeast, I should say.
Disco 25, read back correct.
I'd be surprised if there are a few guys that
3027.
spawn down there in
And
Atlanta.
runway 33, call for taxi.
Reagan and Dulles, they're represented.
United 2338, contact Bradley, approach 123.95.
395, United 2338.
Austin Center, speed there, 17 Whiskey.
UPS 1121, contact Bradley Tower. Alright, stand by. UPS 1121, contact Bradley, approach on 123.95.
Play United Bradley 21.
Delta 121, 6 miles, or Delta 121 over when you rather cleared ILS, runway 4 right approach.
Clear to Dallas, runway 4 right approach, Delta 121.
I just got the ATIS for Bradley. It looks like we are expecting either an ILS 24 or ILS 33.
Still Bradley Whiskey push on Alpha's approved space east, call for taxi.
Take a look at the chart here. We're coming in from the northwest. Probably will take the ILS 24. Maybe they'll even give us a visual 24 and roll on through.
Disco 25 at Vermont International Guard taxi.
Exit right on Sierra. There's a little GA area over here.
Alright, American 2116, turn right, direct Madison.
If they send us around the horn to 3-3, I think again we roll through, left on Juliet, and park at this GA area. We'll wait and see what they tell us before we start getting too carried away with looking at approaches and frequencies. 20 miles outbound, so 25-ish miles or so until we pass the halfway point. Thanks for hanging with us if you've been here. Have been checking on the chat a little bit. There's not much going on. I think really either on YouTube or Fantastic.
And just
flying and chilling.
Runway 33.
Tired on a Thursday
Taxi
like I am, but still out
via
having
Delta.
fun.
33 taxi at Delta, Disco 25.
Delta 121, wind 200 at 9, runway 4 right, climb.
Clear line, Delta 121.
Yeah, 2338, contact Bradley. I'd be ready with him. The received over Mike, contact Bradley, approach 123.905.
Didn't have my mic muted there. Okay, 20.
Just go to 25 for runway heading.
2395.
You're landing 33 per pickup, and can we get an unrestricted climb 10,000, Disco 25?
Disco 25, proceed as requested.
Heading close, Disco 25, thanks.
Is that jet 312, just maintained. 3656, hold at Barnes and publish, climb and maintain 5,000. The time at 0120 Zulu. Yeah, expect further clearance at 0140 Zulu.
Okay, well, the Barnes should claim and maintain 5,000 unpublished.
62 Delta, contact Bradley Tower 120.3, have a good night.
Liberty Tower, 62 Delta, have a good night.
GPS 1121, turn left heading 060.
10 left, UA GPS 1121.
Bradley approach, good evening. Skylane 516 Delta Mike at 7,000, information India.
Skylane 6 Delta Mike, Bradley approach, good evening. Thank you for India, expect vectors ILS runway 24, approach the Bradley altimeter 3027.
Expect the ILS, Vectors ILS 24 approach and 3027 516 Delta Mike. Okay, that helps.
UPS 1121, I need you in that left turn heading 060, sir. Let me turn now, UPS 1121, sorry. United 2338, descend and maintain 7,000.
So we can take a look at ILS 24. Looks like our frequency 111.1, our approach course 238. We've got plenty of length, 9,500 feet, our elevation 173. Missed approach, we're going to climb to 4,000. We're going to make a left turn direct Hartford VOR, and we're going to hold. Coming in like so. If we need the missed approach, left hand turn, we're good to go. Okay, so let's enter that information in and get ready for our approach into Bradley. So 111.1. We will not enter that quite yet.
UPS 1121, descend and maintain 1,000, turn left heading 040.
Wait till our vectors.
Beautiful, you're down to 4,000.
We won't adjust our heading just yet either. Although we're getting ready to switch over to the inbound here in the not too distant future. 70, I think I said it was a 70-mile leg, so yeah, we're within a couple of miles here. 35 would be halfway. Now the weather that we saw when we were departing that we were concerned about surely hasn't materialized. It's actually been really nice.
Lead departure 996, heavy 3400 for 4.
We haven't had more than about 5 knot wind at any point in time in our flight. It's been gorgeous.
United 296, Bradley departure, good evening, recycle transponder, squawk 7303.
From me 303 in the box, 9296, everything.
Bradley approach, good evening, Jazz 24 is 15,000 for 11,000, Mission India. Jazz 24, Bradley approach, good evening. Thank you for India. Expect vectors ILS runway 24, the Bradley altimeter 3027.
ILS runway 24, Jazz 24.
United 2338, turn left at 040 to set and maintain 4000.
040, Unit 2338.
United 296 heavy, thanks, radar contact. You turn left direct veers on course, how to maintain 10,000.
Left veers on course up to 10,000, United 296 heavy, thank you.
UPS 1121, turn right heading 130 to set and maintain, press turn right heading 150
Just
to
about
set and
made a
maintain
mistake
3,000.
right there. I have the ILS
150 down to
frequency,
3,000.
but I still need 113.0. Sorry, 113.0. I need to go to the airport first here. Alright, let's plug that in. Let's get inbound first here. That'll flip over. There we go. And yeah, that would not have been good.
United 296 heavy, connect small dinner
Let's
134.7.
get turned and get on that approach course. Now I can enter in my ILS localizer. 111.
UPS 1121, turn right, heading at
Decimal 1. Okay, there we
press
go.
to rating 210 to the localizer. You want to hear to the localizer from a 24 UPS 1.
Slid quite a bit to the right.
Yes, 24, turn left heading 100 to set and maintain 7,000, that's your final.
100 down to 7,000, Jazz 24.
Good on the outbound, not so good on the inbound here. But we've got plenty of time. My math must have been a little off. Only 20 miles, so must have been more like 55, 57. I'll have to go back and count. I thought I said 70, but yeah, no, it wasn't. So I may have to turn here fairly sharp to get back. I'm not going to get too crazy here. I'm going to get vectors here pretty soon anyway, so we'll just try to get back and heading in the general direction.
UPS 1121, you're 6 miles from TV to set and maintain 3,000, switch on localizer, cleared ILS runway 24 approach.
Should be on a 147, which I am.
Yeah, so you
close.
UPS 121, we requested a visual approach, sir. You said we can expect that. Oh, UPS 1121, my apologies. I didn't mark that correctly in my thing. Turn right at 240, field 12 o'clock, and just right at 240. I'll have more for you shortly.
I'm going to have to start looking around here for traffic.
240. UPS 1121.
Should start seeing some guys popping up.
240. 240, UPS 1121.
Okay, 2338, go ahead, UPS, I'm sorry. We can just follow him for the visual if you want.
That's what we're seeing.
United 2338, you said you'd like the visual approach, sir?
We're right there.
Yeah, we can follow the UPS in for the visual if you need us to.
Got all kinds of aircraft trying to work into this
United
airspace.
2338, turn left heading 330, to set and maintain 3,000, more for you shortly.
Tell you what, with the nice weather though, they really have both runways that they can use if they need.
Jazz 24, turn left heading 060 to set and maintain 4,000.
060 down to 4,000, Jazz 24. 6656 is on your hold.
Bravo approach, good evening, American 2116, 11,000 over Madison.
American 2116, Gresham Bradley approach. Good evening, expect vectors ILS runway 24, approach altimeter 3027.
Vectors ILS runway 4 approach, American 2116.
UPS 1121, field 12 o'clock, 12 miles aboard the site. You guys have one field. United 2338, turn left to 240, report that UPS Airbus 306 down the rollout 12 o'clock and 8 miles.
240, and we got him inside United 2338.
Unit UPS 1121, clear visual approach runway 24, contact Bradley Tower 120.3, have a good night. Clear visual Tower 0.3, good night, UPS 121. United 2338, follow the UPS, cleared visual approach runway 24.
All UPS, clear visual approach 24, United 2338.
For 516 Delta Mike, turn left heading 100 vectors final.
100 vectors final, 516 Delta Mike. Okay, here we go.
656, are you ready for the approach runway 24?
I'm going to do 1 or 2 turns in this hole and then I'll do it.
Okay.
6656, roger, advise when you're ready to proceed.
Switch over our frequency.
Well, contact.
Our approach course was 238.
Clarity 2116, is going to maintain 900,000, turn right heading 050 vectors final.
Now the scariest part of every flight in the old Skylane is about to happen. The approach and landing.
Western 580, Bradley approach, good evening. Information, India's turn, expect vector design, left runway 24 approach, Bradley altimeter 3027.
24 580.
I do see the glide slope has popped in, which is good.
580 is going to maintain 10,000.
10,000, Western 580.
We're below 10,000, so we'll go ahead and turn our landing lights, our taxi light back on right now because I always forget, so we'll put that on early.
Number 5240 Hotel, Bradley approach, you up? Jet 24, you're ready, 150, going to maintain 3,000.
As you can see, we're kind of at a 45-degree entry to basically a right downwind. There's some traffic heading into Bradley. Bradley's over in that area. Doesn't look like that might be part of Bradley. Yeah, no, just some red lights from the city, but trust me, it's over there. I don't have my rendering set on super high, so yeah, the fact that we're still 18 miles away doesn't surprise me. I think it pops up at about 15 miles, so we'll see.
79050, Western 580.
I believe that's an A320 coming in.
Jazz 24, turn right being at 210, join the localizer.
210 on the heading, join the runway 24, localizer, Jazz 24.
United 2338, Bradley Tower, now 120.3, have a good night.
I do think this is another aircraft coming our way.
Bradley, it's Cessna 5240 Hotel with you, 5,500, requesting the practice approach runway 2 into Robinson, Mississippi.
I do have a citation that's out there kind of heading our direction according to Fantastic. That might just be a start. I guess that could be the citation. Is it going to pass?
Yeah, would we be able to get the RNAV GPS runway 2 approach to Robinson with vectors this evening, please?
5240 Hotel, you can expect that. Do you have the numbers over at Robinson?
I'm seeing an airfield down below us here. I think that is
negative. They don't have an A.
Westfield Barnes Regional.
40 Hotel, Roger.
Again, I think we're heading over in that area.
Bradley approach, November 4-5 Whiskey Golf, 10,000, direct Bradley.
Number 4-5 Whiskey Golf, Bradley approach, good evening. Spec vectors ILS runway 24 to Bradley information, India, current the Bradley altimeter 3027.
Okay, 3027, expecting vectors for 24.
Jazz 24, you're a mile from Kitty, maintain 3,000 total establish on a localizer, clear ILS runway 24 approach.
Total establish, clear the ILS 24, Jazz 24.
WestJet 580, turn left heading 040.
040, WestJet 580.
Feels like we're catching a little
American
haze here.
2116, descend to maintain 7,000.
Maintain 7,000, American 2116.
Number 5240 Hotel. Expect the practice approach RNAV, GPS runway 2 into Robinson. How will this approach terminate?
Full stop, 5240 Hotel.
Alright, I would predict
5240 Hotel.
we are probably number
You can just maintain VFR 3,500.
number 3 or maybe 4 here
3,500.
into Bradley. We've got an Airbus landing right now. You just heard that.
Yeah, 24 Bradley Tower now, 120.3. Have a good night.
De Havilland
0.3, Jazz 24, good night.
8D getting ready to land. We got the Citation out in front of us here, and potentially another Airbus.
Approach, this is 3576, with you at about flight level 130.
Those guys might all get in before we do, which is okay.
Delta 3576 Bradley, good evening. Information. India's current expect vectors ILS runway 24 approach Bradley altimeter 3027.
Expecting that 24, Delta 3576.
6 Delta, Mike turn right heading 150, descend and maintain 6,000.
Right turn 150 down to 6,000, 516 Delta Mike.
American 2116, descend and maintain 6,000.
6,000, American 2116.
Okay, we'll keep an eye on the speed here. We don't want to get going too quick. I like to just try to keep her at about 120 if we can. We're on the base. Still don't see Bradley, but about 16, 17 miles away. Pull back to power. I'm gonna go back to full rich.
Approach 6656.
High RPM.
6656, Bradley approach.
Yeah, I'm ready to go ahead and do the ILS 24 whenever you can sequence me in.
Number 6656, clear to the Bradley Airport via present position, radar vectors direct, descend and maintain 5,000. Expect vectors ILS runway 24 approach.
Okay, expect 24 approach via vectors.
Bradley, where are you? I know you're over there somewhere.
6656, repack correct, turn left 090 vectors, final.
190 for 6656.
6656 negative, that's a 090 heading.
Sorry, 090, 6656.
Number 6 Delta, Mike, descend and maintain 3,000.
Down 3,000, 516 Delta Mike.
American 2116, turn left heading 040, descend and maintain 4,000.
Let's turn 040 down to 40,000, American 2116.
Pull our speed back just a little bit here too.
77, WestJet 580.
Delta 3576, descend and maintain 7,000, turn left heading 100 vectors, final.
Boy, the city looks nice.
Descend to 7,000, heading 100 for vectors for final, Delta 3576.
Sure wish I could see the airfield.
40 Hotel, turn right heading 110 vectors, final.
Right turn 110, expect vectors 524.
American 2160, reduce speed to 210.
American.
That guy's going to be waiting on us, so I can't get too slow here. I better get back up about 120. That's still not super fast.
Like expedite descent to 2,500.
Expedite 2,500, 516 Delta Mike. Okay, expedite. He
516 Delta Mike, turn right, heading 210, join the localizer.
Right turn 210, join the localizer, 516 Delta Mike. Alright.
American 2116, heading 330.
So much for the nice, gentle 500 foot per minute descent. Careful, easy on the speed here, big fella. Let's get our turn.
Delta 3576, reduce speed 210.
Reduce speed to 210, Delta 3576.
I'm holding everybody up here. Alright, let's watch the needle.
Number 6 Delta Mike, 6 miles from motel. It's going to maintain 2,500 until established on a localizer. Clear ILS runway 24 approach.
Descend and maintain 2,500 till established on the localizer. Cleared ILS 24 approach 516 Delta Mike.
And number 6 Delta Mike, best forward speed until hotel.
Understood, 6 Delta Mike.
American 2116, reduce speed to 170.
Sorry about that, guys.
170, American 2160. At the approach, just go 2512,000 for 1000 with India.
We're going to put in
25, Bradley approach, good evening.
tower
Thank you for
frequency
India.
while we are
runway 24 approach, Bradley
having a
altimeter
second here.
3027.
ILS 24 to 55.
Just about to level out here. 2,500. Still don't see the airfield.
656 has India on board.
Alright, there comes our localizer.
6656, thank you very much.
I'm
Turn
going to go ahead and just
060.
fly this baby in here, hand fly. Oh boy.
Left to
Just a little bit
060.
abrupt. Sorry about that, folks. Let's get it trimmed
580,
out.
turn left heading 020, just to maintain 5,000.
020, number 5, watch out 500.
Okay.
American 2116, turn left heading 300.
What's your 300, American 2160?
Bear 6656, reduce speed to 170.
Reduce speed to 170 for 656.
Delta 3576, reduce speed to 170, just to maintain 4,000.
We're well below the glide slope here, so we're going to try to shallow out our descent just a little bit.
Descending to 4,000.
We're on the localizer. Speed's going to start coming down
Delta 3576 heading to 4,000.
naturally here.
Yeah, Delta 3576, reduce speed to 170.
That might be the end of the runway right there.
American 2116, turn left heading 270, join a localizer, just to maintain 3,000.
270, join the localizer, descending to maintain 3,000, American 2160.
Alright. Try to stay here until we pick up the glide slope.
Number 6656, instead of maintain 4,000, turn right heading at 150.
Send to 4,000 and right to 150. 656.
American 2116, need you, you're sorry, 6 miles from Kitty. Instead of maintain 3,000, to establish a localizer, clear ILS runway 24, approach speed 170 to motel.
3,000 to establish clear ILS 24 and 170 to motel, American 2116.
Number 6 Delta, appreciate the help. Connect Graphic Tower 120.3. Have a good night.
120.3, 516 Delta Mike, good night.
Delta 3576, descend to maintain.
Whoops, hit it too many times. Bradley Tower, good evening. Skylane 516 Delta Mike on the approach 24. Almost forgot where I was going.
Number 516 Delta Mike, Bradley Tower, wind 2405, runway 24, clear land, traffic approach and crossing pressure arrival.
Clear land 24, 516 Delta Mike. Okay, first notch of flaps coming in, nose wanting to go up. That's not what we want. Still haven't picked up the glide slope. Try to keep our speed up a little bit here.
We're 62 Delta contact, departure's on.
Order departure, 62 Delta, thanks, have a good night.
Man,
Did you?
gotta get this thing trimmed out here. It's a really tough aircraft to trim. There we go. Alright, glide slope starting to come in. As soon as we get her down there close, we'll reduce power to kind of our final approach speed. See if we can't bring it in on about a 500 foot per minute descent, like all the good pilots in the videos I watch do. Ground point 9er, by the way. Drifting. Don't drift. Alright, let's cut some power.
Should I 80 Hotel Bradley Tower?
Add
Should
a
I 80
second
Hotel
notch.
Bradley Tower, wind 240 at 5 on departure, fly runway heading runway 33 for takeoff.
I'm heading for the 3 clear for takeoff today, 0 Hotel.
Again, a pretty nice weather for the approach here. 220 at 5. Wind's basically right in our face. Only 5 knots. Can't ask for much more here. No excuses.
Number 721 Alpha, runway 33, clear for the option.
Zigging and
Proceed directed
zagging here a
numbers,
little
cosmic
bit.
turbulence, departing Challenger jet.
Okay, proceed direct the numbers and clear for the option runway 33.
Roll down as far as we can. We're going to make a right-hand turn on Sierra.
Holding short
Try to cross 33.
Number 0 Bravo Bradley Tower, continue holding short runway 33.
Yeah, incoming traffic, buddy.
Action number 0 Papa Bravo runway 33, line and wait.
Oh no, he's departing. I see the guy in front of us. Caution, prop wash from the Skylane.
Should 80 Hotel contact departure zone.
Oh, departure today, 0 Hotel, sir.
Alright. We've been bobbing a little
Number
bit.
0
We've
Papa
been
Bravo on departure, fly left
zigzagging a little
traffic,
bit,
runway
but
33, clear for takeoff, cautionary turbulence following a Challenger jet.
for the most part, fairly stable approach.
We'll caution rate 0 Papa Bravo. Number 21 Alpha, 1 departure,
Speed's
pressure
maybe
arrival.
a hair fast still, but
21 Alpha copy.
see if we can bring it down just a little bit. We're a little low.
Number 6 Delta Mike, OB2 departure south of crossing runway pressure arrival.
6 Delta Mike. Not saying you're slow, 516 Delta Mike, but I can get 2 departures out before you finish this last 2.5 miles.
Bradley Tower, American 2116, ILS 24.
Okay,
American 2116 Bradley Tower, wind 240 at 5, runway 24,
no
clear line
turning
number
back
2, calling
again. We
West
climb to
Line
4,000. We make a left-hand turn to Hartford if we miss the approach.
Runway 24,
We missed the approach on a 10,000 foot runway in a Skylane.
Tower ready to slow the panel first speed.
Might be time to just disconnect. Dudes behind me are going, what the heck?
500.
Alright, landing lights, approach lights are on. 2 notches of flap. Kind of getting blown around a little bit
Bravo
here.
Bravo, mid-tail left down, runway 33. Number 0 Papa Bravo, senior down, Wild Carter base.
Clear down, Color Base, 0 Papa Bravo.
A little bit low. There's our second departure. Man, that guy was good.
Number 6 Delta Mike, runway 24 clear, land hold short, runway 33.
Clear to land 24, hold short 33, 516 Delta Mike. He knows us, he knows where we're going.
Bravo, runway 33, clear for the option, traffic landing, decrash runway, hold short.
So pick up the option, we'll look for the traffic, so Bravo.
Okay, let's see how we do here. A little bit of a gust wind. Oh, and over a little bit.
Tower, this is 6656 established on ILS 2.
And
6656 Bradley Tower, traffic is an A330, 3.5 miles, wind 240 at 5, runway 24, clear to land.
Clear to land for 6656.
yeah, I hope I get out of the way in time. Alright, coming up on 3-3 here in just a minute.
Remember, you went up, continue your downwind up fire base.
I don't know if that's my hold short mark or not.
1 Alpha.
See what I mean though? I've got taxi light and landing lights on. I can barely see that runway. That's just too dark. Alright, there's the landing traffic. We're going to taxi to parking. I'm not going to make you watch that.
Number 6656, final approach speed following A319.
I hope everybody has an awesome Friday.
6656, floater, final approach speed following Airbus A319.
Thanks for tuning in if you did tune in. Thanks for the likes, the shares. It's the push to 10 likes. 10 subscribers, I should say.
6 Delta Mike, expedite your rollout, exit left on Kilo, contact ground point item.
Okay, expedite rollout and left on Kilo, 516 Delta Mike. Alright. Anyway, I'm going to cut her short right here. Have a great night. Take care. We'll see you next time. God bless.